we have prayers, we have hopes, fears, concerns, and we offer them to God. But as we ask these prayers, are we aware of what having these prayers answered will imply for us moving on? Okay, we've got the thing we've prayed for. Now what? Now we all turn to God. We have prayers, we have hopes, fears, concerns, and we offer them to God. But as we ask these prayers, are we aware of what having these prayers answered will imply for us moving on? The holy prophet Samuel was the last of the judges of Israel. When Israel gets into the promised land and they see that their neighbors all have these human kings, they turn to God and say, we want a king too. And God says, well, look, I'm your king. You don't need a king. And they go, no, we want a king. And he says, okay, I'll give you these judges to rule over you. And this is the book of Judges. And if you look at the book of Judges and you read it, what you see is that it is the downward spiral of Israel, having not listened to God when they got into the promised land, and how they just tumble into chaos until Samuel comes along, and they slowly begin to get out of it for a while, and then chaos again, and that's the story of Israel, forgetting God and then going back to God. As Israel was traveling through the promised land, their entire focus was getting in the promised land without really thinking about what actually living in the promised land would actually imply in their lives. They had the goal in mind, but they weren't thinking about, okay, now that we get the goal, now what? Okay, we've got the thing we've prayed for. Now what? In the Gospels, Jesus offers a couple of answers. In Matthew chapter 8, he heals a leper. And after healing the leper, he says to him, go to the temple and make a thank offering to God. And in John chapter 5, when he heals the paralytic, he says, go and sin no more. God has heard my prayer. Now what? Make an offering of thanks to God and make a commitment to lead a better life. When God hears our prayers, that's unlocking a new level. That's unlocking new opportunities to bless God more fervently and to follow him more intentionally.